Oh no, I wouldn't be joining Falcons. Hal wants to IGL. There's no reason for him to pick me up. No, they didn't announce it, but it's on Battlefy. Zach got kicked off of ZZ. He did like a stream and talked about it. This is basically the TLDR if you guys didn't see what's going on. Zach got kicked off of ZZ and for Zer0, and then obviously there's no other reason for Gild to leave ZZ really than to join Falcons. And Gild got removed off of ZZ as well, so what happens to Zach? I don't know. I watched Levada his stream like a little bit, and he was just saying how if he doesn't have a team he can believe in, he kept on repeating how good he's doing in real life. So I think he might be a crypto millionaire by now, Zach. I think we might have a crypto millionaire on our hands, chat. That's sarcasm? That's sarcasm. Nah, but Zach was saying how he doesn't really care to play comp if it's not with a team that he wants to, like, that he thinks can win. Which I'm fully on the same page as him with that one. That is a very normal thing. You don't really want to like waste your time playing with a team that you don't even think can win. Yeah, let's go back to the point that we were just talking about. Team, I would only play with a team that could win. I think that might be the other end of the spectrum. That is a team that would lose. From what Zach said, it kind of seems like he's just not even gonna play comp anymore. I don't really think Zach's gonna get any offer that like he sees as like a winning team, like he said in that stream he did. I mean, bro, Dak's been playing good, so you're just fucking on meth.
I mean, I haven't watched anything. I didn't even watch the highlights to that game yet.
Dak's played good both weeks this year. Like actually really good. Yeah, Zach low-key got fucked. Actually though.
Yep.
Bro actually was like playing good in Pro League too. He just got fucking kicked off his team. You know what did you see what he said on his video too, bro? He said on his video that Sikezz fucking didn't even message him anything. Like basically he like messaged him saying like, yo, let me know what you decide, right? And then he said he never got
or some shit?
Huh?
Who's letting him know decide? Wait, who's making decisions?
Like let him know if he's gonna get
like let him know like what he's gonna do, who he's gonna play with, because he
didn't tell him. He just waited for the announcement or what?
Zach was saying that like basically Sikezz was deciding between Zer0 and him, like who to play with. Which like, bro, I mean that's I'm not gonna lie, that's not even a decision.
That's
like,
an obvious decision.
Yeah.
Sikezz is literally just gonna pick always the most clouded and better player.
Well, no, it's not even just that, but Sikezz literally fucking loves Zer0. Like I think Sikezz would literally like fuck Zer0 if he could.
That's what I'm saying. Sikezz would just play with whoever was like he likes everybody he's talking to.
But yeah, no, bro, literally. And then he said that. So anyway, he told him he messaged that, right? Like, let me know your decision or whatever, right? And then he said that he never got messaged anything. Like, he still has not received a message from Sikezz. And then all of a sudden, he got messaged by Tab, who's like the ALGS guy, and basically said like, yo, you're getting removed off your team. Like, but he said like that like upset him a little bit, which is like understandable. That's pretty fucked up.
Bro, it's really the most basic communication.
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta tell him tell him what you're doing.
Me.
Zero's in my chat. Zer0 said, damn straight. What, the fucking you part, Zer0? Zer0, you talking about the fucking you part? Did you hear that part? What's your thoughts on that?
Straight to what?
Bro, I'm lagging.
I think he said damn straight to Sikezz wanting to fuck him if he could.
Oh yeah, probably.
Shields are depleted. Recharging.
Zer0, it's about time, bro. Fuck's sake.
For starters, I want you guys to know that this is like a long time coming. This isn't like a surprise. How it went down is basically like Falcons suck dick. They angry at each other, which is just like a normal Tuesday, as we all know. They had an offline meeting that went somewhere along the lines of like, hey, how can we work through this or work over this? That turned into them not wanting to work together. Not them. That turned into Zer0 continuing to not want to work with them or want to be free in one way or another. Obviously, this is very vague because I won't know as much as they will. So I'm just going to say it vague because I don't want to say something that isn't true. And then when Zer0 says that he doesn't want to play with them anymore, they say, all right. So then they have to look for one as well. As far as timeline goes, I'm pretty sure this is last Sunday or like this previous Monday. Zer0 wanted to leave Falcons and play with Sikezz and Gild because obviously Sikezz and Gild are incredible players, and we were like first in Pro League. And they are like literally in like relegation basically up until this weekend. So you gotta remember, keep in mind this is last Sunday, not current modern day. Which is fine. You know, Zer0 is 1,000 times fucking like Zer0 is insane, bro. There's no doubt in the world that Zer0 isn't as good of a player as he is. Obviously the guy's a mental terrorist. Not a great person, but at the end of the day, that guy is the best IGL in the world, and that is just a fact. I don't think there's any disagreeing with that. Like, that guy is Thanos. So that's true. That turns into Falcons then having to look for one as well. Obviously, Falcons looking for one versus Zer0 looking for one. One carries more weight than the other. Obviously, Falcons haven't announced their third. But, I mean, obviously you can see who's on and not on ZZ, so you can figure out the map for yourself. So this has been a long time coming. This isn't like some surprise or like, oh, I got fucked out of a spot or something. Like, no. I was even willing to work with them. I didn't understand how the Pro League worked. I was under the impression that I was going to have to play another Pro League week with Zer0 and Sikezz so that they could even like take the spot and then pick up another player or pick up whoever they end up picking up, whatever it ends up being. Obviously I was wrong about that, which was a good thing for me to be wrong about. That made my life a lot easier, you know? So that was cool. And obviously it makes their life a lot easier too. So that was a win. And they will, you know, they will be a really, really, really good team, I think. Obviously, those VODs will be very entertaining. Everyone would say that, but they will be an extremely good team. When Zer0's motivated and Zer0's passionate, he's just the GOAT. It'll be really interesting to see the rivalry of Hal versus him. I'm really excited to have that back in Apex. I also think Hal, you know, has a fire underneath him to catch up to Zer0 after not IGLing for a year and a half. Who knows where his bar, you know, who knows where Hal's floor as an IGL is right now, right? Compared to Zer0's. So that'll be really interesting to see. I do think Falcons will be the best team in the world. I feel like, I don't know, I feel that way. Zer0's team is going to be fucking mental as well. As far as what goes for me, oh wait, maybe I said this or maybe I didn't. I'm just trying to be fast about everything. And I don't want to skip over too much, but I also don't want to say too much as well. I feel like inappropriate. Again, this is like, all of this has been known since last Monday. So it's not like I'm getting blindsided. I was even willing to like play an extra week. And like, you know, make it work. I'm not going to be like a douchebag to my teammates. It is what it is, right? That'd be fucked up. I will say the only thing that has like sucked about this whole process is like everyone but vouch on Tuesday evening when they pulled me into a call to tell me that like, hey, like we have this offer, I have this offer, I have this offer, and we're exploring these opportunities, and like it is what it is, you know, because we don't even have an org, which is like totally fair. I was like very happy for them. I was a little bit skeptical for Sikezz, but that was just because, like, you know, Zer0 can be a little harsh sometimes, right? But I was over the moon for my teammates, and they will vouch for that. So everything for like this weekend has just been kind of like whatever. I really hope that like our the ZZ team, like at least with me, is like not remembered for this recent weekend. Like obviously our team hasn't been like in the process of blowing up since last Monday. So of course this weekend's Pro League is like gonna be a very different environment, you know what I mean? So hope that the only thing that like really sucks about this process is kind of how it went down towards the end. Like today sucked. Internally, Sikezz was saying that like he was really undecided on whether he wanted to like play with me or play with Zer0. And I mean, obviously I thought internally that he'd be leaning towards Zer0. I mean, Zer0 is just the best IGL of all time. But internally, that's what he was saying. He was pretty torn by the decision. So going into Sunday, like yesterday, he was undecided. And so obviously after yesterday, I sent a nice message saying like whatever, like hey, like let me know what your guys' decisions are. Happy for you and excited for you. Congrats, Gild, like all this other bullshit, right? And then like he just never replied, so that sucked. I actually found out I got removed by Tabris. Like, they reached out saying that, hey, do you know that you're being removed from your team? And I was, yeah, it's all good, bro. So that was the only part that wasn't cool. It would have been cool to just go with like a, hey, bro, it was fun playing with you. Glad we were first and second Pro League. We were a really good team. You know, it would have been cool to get one of those, but that was not cool. But outside of that, everything was fine. Really glad we got the opportunity to play together. Obviously, this is the best team I've ever gotten to play with, Sikezz and Gild. And obviously, we were extremely, extremely good. I mean, the only team that was doing better than us was fucking Zer0, and had none of this bullshit happened, you know, this previous week, we'd definitely be first place in Pro League by like a mile. Sikezz is a snake? I don't think Sikezz is a snake. I don't think of it like that. I just think he just made a mistake and it was fucked up, but it's not the end of the world. Definitely wouldn't say that. Any offers for you? Yeah, as far as me going pro, just some insight into my life. Going into, what is this, champs? Yeah, Jesus Christ, bro, I'm playing in Pro League. Going into Split 2 Pro League, there was only 2 teams I was willing to play with. Because IRL, I'm like doing really good in real life right now. So like the only way I'm willing to play Apex right now, like in Pro League or Champs, is if I have a team that can win. Like I will not play with a team that like can't win. It's not worth my time right now, where I'm at in life and what is working with IRL. So there was only 2 teams I was willing to work with in the offseason. One team told me that they're unwilling to make changes. And then the other, well, that was it. There was only one team I was willing to play with, and they told me they were unwilling to make changes. So I was like basically content with like, all right, well, let's see where this goes. Like I got a lot going for my IRL. I just got to focus on this really quick. Can I say that team? Maybe another time. Not right now though. But out of nowhere, I got an offer from Gild and Sikezz, and that was fucking mental. And I was so excited to try to win with them. And we did a really good job. So I'm really grateful for that opportunity, and I thank them a lot. Working with Winnie was like a 10 out of 10 experience. She was a great coach. She really does a good job of like keeping everyone's mentals and, you know, the calmness in the team. She's really great at that. She's extremely smart, so that was really fun to work with her, Winnie, Sikezz, and Gild. And obviously I'm rooting for all of them, but no, I have no opportunities. It wasn't like it was the world's best kept secret, obviously, but no, I don't think majority of Pro League teams knew that all of this was going on behind the scenes. And I do think that majority teams knew that like Falcons were splitting, but I didn't think, like, I don't think everyone knew how, like, the split was gonna work out and how it's going to work out. So for people saying that, like, oh, he's LFTing because he has no opportunities, like, yeah, you're completely right. Just to be clear, I don't have any opportunities, but I don't think anyone really knew, and, like, only, like, probably less than, like, 20 people knew. And the people that did know, like, kind of found out over the past, like, 3 days or so, for the most part. Outside of, like, really close friends in Discord, those guys have known since, like, Monday, Tuesday. Nothing changes as far as me LFTing. I will only play with teams that I think I can win with. Again, I have a lot going for me IRL. It isn't in my best interest to just, like, you know, play to get fucking 22nd in Pro League and try to develop some players. Like, I don't mind working with new players. I don't mind working with vets. I have no issue with that. It's just I will only consider playing if it's a team that I think I can win with. I hope that that's a fair approach to it. As far as anyone, like, listening that is considering playing with me, obviously I'm fucking second in Pro League. I have a good read on how to play right now. I'm peaking. So, not shit. That's kind of it. I'm trying to think, is there anything else to it? Widow's peaking, maybe? No, actually true, though. Does that mean Zer0's now second in Pro League? It does. Zer0 just went from 20th place to second in Pro League. He had a big week. Oh, wait, that was something I did want to talk about. I forgot. Okay. Let's make this one real clear. Zer0 talking about the sabotaging shit yesterday on stream, he was just trolling. Obviously, I wouldn't sabotage a Pro League team. You are out of your fucking mind. Like, what? We had... Not we, but... I spoke with somebody, you know, on the ZZ team as of yesterday, and... There was definitely a common consensus of what went wrong this recent weekend. And it definitely wasn't me sabotaging. Are you not upset that this happened? Knowing you two live together? There's no nice way of saying this, but we all know Zer0. Obviously, I know Zer0 a little bit better than you guys do, but, like, Zer0's moved a certain way for a long time. You know, like, nobody brings up Reese and thinks, like, Reese is this, like, super, you know what I'm saying. When you think of Zer0, you're not thinking, like, you know, just different people, right? Just different people. So, like, I'm not surprised at all. I don't blame Reese at all. I mean, Gild and Sikezz are definitely just the best players right now. So, if he's leaving his team, you know, he's going to go for the best players. And that's what he went for. I would do the same thing if the roles were reversed. And I don't blame him for going for the best players. He's also just the best IGL. Like, he is the best IGL in the world when he's, like, motivated and not being a fucking dickhead. Because when he brings his teammates too far down, then they play like shit too, and then it makes it harder for him to win. When he's motivated and not being a dickhead, there is no IGL better than him. Obviously, salaries have changed now and then, but yeah, my salaries for the past, like, I don't know, 3 years or so have been anywhere from, I think the lowest salary I've been on that I can remember is 4.5k. I think even on FlyQuest I was on FlyQuest I was on 3k, but after FlyQuest, which is literally 5 years ago, I was on 4.5. The highest salary I was ever on was 7.5. The lowest one I was ever on was like 4.5. And then it like middled out from like 5.5 to like 6 like really often.